esteemed doctors who would be allotted 4 minutes for their topic, and the judges are requested to arise one question to the presenter. We will ring a buzzer at 4 minutes to remind you that the time is over. For this event, I would like to invite our respected judges on the stage. For this session, we have respected Dr. P.K. Sinha sir, respected Dr. Pankaj Mohan Srivastav sir, respected Dr. A.N. Singh sir, and respected Dr. Nitish Kumar Singh sir. So, give them a big round of applause for our judges.
A very warm welcome to all the judges. We are starting with the paper presentation session. And our first presenter today is Dr. Munchun Kumar, who will speak on the topic cardiac manifestation in dengue.
Or also at the time of discharge or in between?
At the time of admission,
Yes.
maximum patient have normal ECG and followed by sinus bradycardia.
Have you followed that by serial ECG and serial ECG?
Yes, sir, but ECG picture not included.
Have you followed it?
Yes, sir.
From all the professors, I am Dr. Rohit Krishnakant Shukla, JR3 from MGM Medical College and LSP Hospital, Kishanganj. Today I am presenting on PAR syndrome with HIV meningoencephalitis. Introduction. Bilateral basal ganglia calcifications are rare incidental findings on the brain CT scan. Calcifications are bilateral and symmetrical, involving globus pallidus striatum with or without deposits in dentate nucleus of the cerebellum, thalamus, and with white matter associated with neuropsychiatric symptoms. It is a rare condition and is referred to as PAR syndrome. The case has low calcium, low parathermone, and high phosphate levels. Calcified areas can be easily identified as hyperdense lesions on CT scan. Aims and objectives to identify the etiology of the PAR syndrome and review appropriate evaluation of the PAR syndrome. Materials and methods used. This is a case report of a rare case of PAR syndrome to discuss the presentation of clinical symptoms and investigational findings. Presentation of the case. A 21-year-old female patient arrived at emergency OPD after experiencing 4 episodes of seizures in previous 30 minutes. Patient seemed disoriented and tired. She had suffered from mild to severe headache for years, which had suddenly gotten worse and more regular. Presentation received a GCS of 9 out of 15. The BP was 150 by 90 mmHg. A consistent heartbeat of 102 per minutes was there. SpO2 was 97% at room air. Bilateral plantars were extensive. Bilateral normal sized pupils which were responsive to light. Meningeal signs were positive. In the laboratory findings, hemoglobin was 10.5 gram per dl. Total WBC was 12,600 per cmm, ESR was 27 mm, RBC was 4.13 million per cmm. Total platelet count was 4.04 lakh per cmm. LFT and RFT were in normal range. Serum calcium was low at 5 mg per dl and albumin was 4.1 gram per dl. CSF examination. On CSF examination, we found 1000 cells per cmm with lymphocytes at 70%. Proteins at 0.95 gram per dl, glucose at 75 mg per dl. CBNAT and ADA were negative. NCCT brain was suggestive of bilateral basal ganglia calcification. Patient was HIV positive and thyroid profile was normal. Serum parathormone level was less than 1 picogram per ml. This is the NCCT image showing bilateral symmetrical basal ganglia calcification involving globus pallidus. Results and conclusion. This is a case report on a rare instance of PAR syndrome with aseptic meningitis presenting as an acute encephalopathy with seizures associated with hypoparathyroidism and which was evidenced by low calcium and low parathormone levels and bilateral symmetrical basal ganglia calcification. This meningoencephalitis is due to HIV. Antiretroviral therapy with calcium supplementation and anti-epileptic medications led to the improvement in the patient's symptom. Thank you.